It's ESPN Radio and ESPNRadio.com, as always presented by Progressive Insurance. Gigantic college basketball game tomorrow night, Mountain West, BYU, San Diego State. We spoke to Coach Rose from BYU. In the interest of equal time, we welcome in Steve Fisher, head coach of San Diego State, on the Subway Fresh Take Hotline. And, Coach, appreciate you spending a few minutes with us. Coach Rose described just a gigantic game tomorrow night. He'll have the advantage of home court. You've been in so many big wins over your career. Where do you rank this one in terms of its significance for your program here at San Diego State?
People around here are saying that it's the biggest game in the history of San Diego State basketball, and then they qualify it for sure the biggest game, non-tournament game in the history of San Diego State. I do believe that it's going to be the biggest, most highly talked about watch game on Wednesday night. You have two really, really good teams. We're 20-0, and BYU's 19-1, and thinks they should be 20-0. And we're going to march into 23,000 strong in the Marriott Center. We're 1-10 in my 11 years taking a team there, so we know the challenge. But we are excited to play a really, really good team, and I think this will be a game that a lot of folks in the country will be very, very anxious to watch also.
I know that's true. I know Ryan and I certainly are. As you look at your team as it's made up, I feel like you've got what it takes to be not just a good team, but potentially a championship team, because you've got guys who will be pros and you've got experience. What about this team gives you the best chance to go in there and become 2-10 in the Marriott Center tomorrow night?
Scott, we have, as you said, 5 seniors. We have our entire starting 5 returning from last year, a group that won 25 games, thought we were better than Tennessee, and lost a real down-to-the-wire game against Tennessee in the first round of the NCAA tournament. We've been to really hard venues, not only in our league but other places before, so we know what that's like. So I think all that bodes well for us. And we're good. We've got a front line that's long and athletic, guard hard, and they're hard to guard. So I like our team.
Steve Fisher's the head coach of San Diego State, getting ready to take on BYU. Scott Van Pelt Show on ESPN Radio. Coach, do your kids know your deal at Michigan, know you taking over for another coach and making a run and winning a title? Do they know your resume?
Ryan, I don't think that they know the whole thing. You know, they get bits and pieces of it from their fathers or uncles or whomever. Most of them weren't even born when we did what we did then.
Stop making me feel so old, Coach. Stop making me feel so old. Yeah,
I know. All of them think, or not all of them, many casual fans think that the Fab Five was the group that won the NCAA tournament. But they all know that we've had success in our previous life and are anxious to have some of that at San Diego State. And, you know, we don't have a rich history of success. We've never won an NCAA postseason game as a Division I school, and our goal obviously is to change that this year.
You should just challenge your team and ask them maybe one day for a contest if they can name the 5th member of the Fab Five, because I know that always stumps my buddies when we're out.
I think we have 2 or 3 of them that could.
Really?
Good.
They'll get Ray Jackson? That's good.
Hey, Coach, Ryan and I were talking before the show started today about where you all might finish when it comes down to March. And obviously there's a long way to go and a very rough and rugged conference schedule. If you all continue the success that you're on right now, do you feel like you could stake a legitimate claim to a 1 seed?
We're a long way from talking about that.
I understand.
Somebody asked me today at another venue, I'm one of the voters in the coaches poll, and would I tell them where I ranked our team? And I said, talk to me on Monday, and if we win on Wednesday and Saturday, I'll tell you exactly where I rated us next Monday. We have a good team, but we've got a lot more to play. We have three more games in the first round of our conference season, plus the conference tournament. If we continue the way we are, if we go into postseason play with no losses, absolutely we would lay claim to the number 1 seed. But that's going to be hard, if not impossible, to do.
I remember watching you guys play early on against Gonzaga, and I came on my show the next day, and I said, if you haven't seen San Diego State, check them out. And I know the rest of the country certainly caught on, and the rest of the country will be watching to see just how good y'all can be tomorrow night when you take on a very good BYU squad. Steve, I know you guys are heading to the airport to head to Utah. Travel safely. Look forward to watching, and thanks so much for visiting with us.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you very much.